return, Miss Proctor.
Come join me at the table. I have an important matter to discuss with you.
What can I help you with, madam?
Let's just put all the formalities aside since you have slept with my husband already.
About time you figured out that he's in love with me.
In love with you? You are just a child who barely knows what love is.
A child? That is not what he said when we spent countless of hours together.
You know what? Enough. He just did that because you cursed his mind. You are the devil's daughter.
Is that so?
I know, John. He will never betray me if it were his own will. You, on the other hand, are a demon sent from the devil himself. I believe it with my whole soul and will make sure others do as well.
I was a saint until John came to me, you blind woman. Go ahead and tell others that your husband no longer loves you, because I can assure you that there is no hatred for me in his heart. Therefore, you're only leaving me for love.
You call what you did to John love? It is a sin. The holy word says it itself. Therefore, you surely must know it is a horrendous act.
Why not confront John about his feelings then? Have you told him that you know? Is that why he's not here right now?
I do not need to question John. I know he loves me. He has given me a child after all.
A child can be made without the love of two people. That the way John looks at me every time our eyes meet, however, that is true love. If my relationship with John is a sin, then call me a sinner. Because I believe with my whole heart that the only mistake here is that you still have his last name.
John, are you home already?
What do you mean already? I've been gone since the crack of dawn. You have quite the nerve. I'm utterly exhausted and don't have time for this attitude of yours.
Attitude? What attitude? Well, at least I'm not frolicking about having affairs with anyone I find off the streets. No, I would never. Do you know why? Because I'm a loyal Christian woman and would never commit a crime such as adultery.
Woman, I have no clue what you are speaking of. I come from a long day of work, and this is how you greet me? All right, be that way.
Well, John, if you believe that I am not greeting you the way you should be greeted, then maybe you should think things through before you go off and betray me. This is the least I could do in return for your outrageous sin.
I do not have any knowledge on what you speak of. I would much rather use the energy that I do have to discuss what will be for dinner.
John, I swear, if you continue to play stupid with me, you think I'm angry now? Well, wait until you see how I act if you refuse to tell me the truth about this situation. Please, John, the least you could do for me right now is speak to me truthfully and be transparent with me.
I just do not know exactly what you want to know.
Abigail, John, Abigail! I know what you have done with her, so there is no reason to keep lying to me.
Abba who? What on God's planet are you trying to get out of me? Okay, I will no longer withhold the truth from you, Elizabeth. When you were extremely ill and unable to spend time with me, which I totally understand, I lost all my wits and overcome by loneliness, so I spent time with Abigail.
Spent some time? Can you elaborate, John?
Well, I do not think there's much more left for me to say. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, John, but I would like for you to say it yourself. You need to learn how to own up to your mistakes.
I slept with Abigail, Elizabeth, and I am so sorry. I will spend the rest of my days making it up to proving that I love you, and only you. I did not want to say anything about it because I knew how angry and upset you would be, and rightfully so. I understand that I have created a major wound in our marriage, but I know who I am, looking past this mistake. So I was not going to come clean because I thought that was the only way to save our marriage. I hope you know who I truly am and that you can realize that I made a mistake and that I'm sorry.
I'm hurt, John, but I do believe that you're a good man and who just made a terrible mistake as a result of your loneliness.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That means a lot to me. I do not expect you to forgive me completely yet.
Indeed, that will have to come with some time. I will need to rebuild my trust with you for us to be how we once were.
I completely understand. Have you gone mad, girl?
I'm so sorry, but I know not what you mean, my dearest.
Don't play dumb with me. It won't end well for you.
Fine, I told Goody Proctor about us.
What do you mean, us? There is no us.
You cheated on Elizabeth because you love me. I know you love me because you cheated on Elizabeth.
Abigail, you know nothing. You're nothing but a dumb servant.
John, you don't mean that. You
Abigail, hear me when I say I do not love you. I love my wife and only my wife.
John!